Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to tell you basic block in compiler design, how to construct basic block and what is use of basic block in compiler design. Okay. After covering basic block, we will see how to construct flow graph and what is use of flow graph. So let's see one by one. First of all, we will see basic block. Before studying basic block, you need to know in compiler design, in intermediate code generation phase, intermediate code is generated. This intermediate code is used for code optimization in code optimization phase. So in order to optimize code from intermediate code, basic blocks are constructed, and using basic block, flow graph is constructed, and with the help of flow graph, code optimization is carried out on intermediate code. So this is a significance of studying basic block and flow graph. By definition, a basic block, by definition, a basic block, we can see this definition. Okay, so look at this definition. Basic block, basic blocks are sequences of intermediate code with a single entry and a single exit. What does it mean? Whatever statement will be part of basic block, they will be executed in linear fashion, and for their execution there would be only one entry point for execution and one exit point for termination of execution. There might be possible there would be a loop within a basic block so that a statement's intermediate code can be executed more than one time. So let's try to understand. Suppose this is given intermediate code, and here we have statement number 1, statement number 2, statement number 3, statement number 4, and statement number 5. If I say this is basic block, what does it mean? If I say this is basic block, what does it mean? It means all the statement or intermediate code of basic block will be executed in linear fashion. That means first of all statement number 1 will be executed, then statement 2, followed by statement 3, followed by statement 4, and at last statement number 5. And there would be one entry point, that means execution will start from here. That means execution will start with statement number 1, and execution will exit from statement number 5. Okay, so you need to remember all the statements of basic block is executed in sequential manner. Okay, second point, there would be one entry point for execution and there would be one exit point. And apart from sequential execution, there could be self loop within a basic block. Okay, now try to understand how to construct basic block. Okay, look at here, this is algorithm for constructing basic block, but I'm telling you in short. Using this method you can easily construct a basic block for given intermediate code. In order to construct basic block, first of all you need to identify all leader statements. Step number 1, what you need to identify leader statement. Okay, leader statement. And second one, once you identify all leader statement for given intermediate code, you need to use rule number 2, this one. And what is this one? We will see one by one. First of all, we try to understand how to identify leader statement. Step number 1, we will try to understand how to identify leader statement. Okay, in order to identify leader statement, you need to remember 3 points. Point number 1, is this one, this. For given intermediate code, first statement would be leader statement. Whatever intermediate code has been given to you, or you have constructed intermediate code, its first statement always would be a leader statement. This is rule number 1 to identify leader statement. Okay, and rule number 2, this one, this one. Okay, it says any statement which is the target of conditional or unconditional go to is a leader statement. Okay, any statement which is target of conditional or unconditional go to would be a leader statement. Rule number 2. Okay, and rule number 3, this one, rule number 3, any statement which immediately follows a conditional go to is a leader statement. Okay, so you need to remember 3 rules to identify leader statement. Number 1, first statement of given intermediate code would be leader statement. Second one, any statement which is target of conditional or unconditional go to would be leader statement. And rule number 3, this one, any statement which immediately follows a conditional go to is a leader statement. So you need to remember these 3 rules to identify leader statement. Okay, once you identify leader statement, you can construct basic block by using this rule. Okay, so suppose you have identified all leader statement, now it's time to construct a basic block. So what is the rule of constructing basic block? A basic block contains a leader statement and all statements which follow it up to but not including the next leader statement. Okay, you need to remember this one. Okay, this one. Again I am repeating, a basic block contains a leader statement and all statement which follow it up to but not including next leader statement. I think if you are not getting, I will tell you by suitable example so that you can understand how to construct basic block. Okay, so let's see using an example so that you can easily understand how to apply algorithm to identify leader statement and thereafter how to construct basic block. Look at. Okay, suppose this intermediate code has been given to you and you have been asked to construct a basic block. So first of all, as I earlier told you, first of all you need to identify leader statement, then you need to construct basic block. So first of all we will identify leader statement, and we know we have already seen three rules to identify leader statement. And what is rule number 1? First statement would be a leader statement. So we know in this given intermediate code, this is first statement, this one. Okay, so this would be a leader statement, so I have marked it as leader statement. Okay, first statement would be leader statement. And rule number 2, any statement which is target of conditional or unconditional go to would be a leader statement. So first of all try to find out where are various go to conditional or unconditional. Okay, so look at here. Okay, this is statement, this is statement, this is statement, this is statement, and this is statement. Okay, we are having four conditional, not four conditional, we are having four go to statement. And rule number 2 says target of conditional or unconditional go to would be a leader statement. So see one by one. What is target of statement number 8? What is target of statement number 8? As we can see, statement number 8 is a conditional go to and its target is 5. Its target is 5. Okay. So fifth number statement would be a leader statement. Okay, getting fifth number statement would be a leader statement. So I have marked it this one. Fifth number statement would be a leader statement by rule number 2. Okay, again repeating, target of conditional or unconditional go to would be a leader statement. Rule number 2. Using rule number 2, we have identified statement number 5 is a leader statement. Okay, again look at here, this one, sorry, look at here, this one, 9. Statement number 9 here is target of conditional go to at 12th number. So statement number 9 would also be a leader statement by rule number 2. Okay, so where is 9? This is 9. This is 9. Okay, sorry, this is 9. Okay, so ninth statement would be a leader statement. Okay, again look at statement number 13. And what is target of statement number 13? 23. You can see here 23. So statement number 23 would be a leader statement by rule number 2. Okay, this one. But sorry, this this one. Rule number 2, using rule number 2, statement number 23 would be a leader statement. Why? Because statement number 23 is target of conditional go to. Okay, again look at one more go to here, and what is target? 5. Okay, so 5 would be leader statement, and you can see we have already made 5 as a leader statement. Okay, we have already made 5 as a leader statement. So you can mark it again, otherwise you don't need to mark it again because we have already made it as a leader statement. And what about rule number 3? Any statement, rule number 3 says any statement that immediately follows a conditional go to would be a leader statement. Okay, so look at here, where is conditional go to? This one conditional go to. Statement number 9 is a conditional go to. So statement number 8 is a conditional go to. So statement number 9 would be a leader statement by rule number 3, because rule number 3 says any statement that immediately follows a conditional go to would be a leader statement, and we have already marked it as a leader statement, so don't need to mark it again. Okay, again look, conditional go to here, this one here, statement number 12. So statement number 12 is a conditional go to, and statement number 13 immediately follows it, so it would be a leader statement. So mark it again, this statement number 13 would be a leader statement. Okay, so how many leader statement we have? Again, statement number 1, statement number 5, statement number 9, statement number 13, statement number 23, Okay, so 1 2 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So we have 5 leader statement. Okay, we have 5 leader statement. So look at here. Okay, we have 5 leader statement. One is this, second is this, third is this, fourth is this, and fifth is this, and sixth is this. Okay, one more leader statement. Which one? This one. Just a moment. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay. One more. Which one? This one. This one also would be a leader statement. Why? Statement number 14, because it immediately follows a conditional go to, and conditional go to is what? At statement number 13. Okay, so by rule number 3, statement number 14 will also be a leader statement. So we have 6 leader statement. Okay, again I am repeating rule number 1. First statement would be a leader statement. Okay, target of conditional go to, this one. Statement number 5 is target of statement number 8. Okay, statement number 8, this one. That's why statement number 5 would be a leader statement. Okay, statement number 9 is a leader statement. Why? Because by rule number 3, it immediately follows a conditional go to, this one, conditional go to. Okay, again statement number 13 is a leader statement. By rule number what? 3, it follows a conditional go to at statement number 12. Okay, statement number 14 is a leader statement by rule number 3, because it follows a conditional go to statement number 13. And statement number 23 is a leader statement. Why? Because it is target of statement number 13, this one. Okay, so we would have 1 2 3 4 5 6 leader statement. We have completed part 1. We have already identified leader statement. Now it's turn to construct basic block. So look at here how to construct basic block. For basic block, you need to follow a simple rule. A basic block contains a leader statement and all statement which follows it up to but not including next leader statement. It means first basic block will contain statement number this one. First basic block will contain this one. This one. Okay, this would be a first basic block. Why? It contains a leader statement, statement number 1, and all statement just before next leader statement. Okay, and this is basic block number 1. And what would be other basic block? This one. Basic block B2 will contain statement number 5, 6, 7, 8. Why? Because it will start from statement number 5, which is a leader statement, and all statement just before next leader statement. And what is the next leader statement after 5 is 9. So this would be This would be second basic block. What would be next basic block? This one. This one. Okay, basic block, and all statements that follows it up to just before next leader statement. Okay, and what would be next basic block? This one. This basic block will contain only statement number 13 because it contains a leader statement, and it is a statement just before next leader statement. Okay, because next leader statement after 13 is 14, that's why this basic block will contain only a single intermediate code. Okay, and next basic block will start from here, statement number 14, and it will contain all the statement up to just before next leader statement. Okay, so this basic block will contain statement number from 15 to 22. And what would be next leader statement? 23. So what would be next basic block? Starting with leader statement up to all other statement. Okay, in this way we would have basic block number 1, basic block number 2, basic block number 3, basic block number 4, 13, basic block number 5, and basic block number 6. Okay, you can see here this one, basic block number 1, basic block number 2, basic block number 3, basic block number 4, basic block number 5, and basic block number 6. Okay, again I am repeating rule to construct basic block so that you can clearly understand it. A basic block contains a leader statement and all statement which follows it up to just before next leader statement. I think now it is clear. So this is called basic block, and as I earlier told you, all statements or basic blocks are executed in linear fashion. You can look at here B1. You can look at here B1. All statements can execute in linear fashion. It is okay. That means statement number 1, 2, 3, 4. They will execute in linear fashion. Okay. Again, you can see in basic block B2. In basic block B2, all statement will execute in linear fashion. Okay. In basic block B3, all statement will execute in linear fashion. In basic block B4, because here we have a single statement, so definitely it will execute in linear fashion. Okay. In basic block B5, you can see all statement will execute in linear fashion. In basic block B6, you can clearly see all statement will execute in linear fashion. You might be wondering, at basic block B2, basic block B2, we have this last go to, conditional go to. Yes, in a basic block there could be conditional or unconditional go to, conditional or unconditional go to, but it would be last statement of basic block. You can clearly see here it is last statement of basic block, it is last statement of basic block, and this unconditional go to is a last statement of basic block. Okay, so before starting flow graph, I am reminding you what is basic block. A basic block is a sequence of intermediate code. That basic block is a sequence of intermediate code. It has a single entry point and single exit point. Next point about basic block, all statements of basic block is executed in linear fashion. Third point, there could be a conditional or unconditional go to statement in basic block, but it would be last statement of basic block. And what is use of basic block? Basic block is used to construct flow graph, and flow graph is used to construct code optimization. Okay, using flow graph, compiler perform code optimization. I will tell you how to perform code optimization using flow graphs and upcoming videos. Okay, so for now I'm just reminding everything whatever I had discussed in this video. Basic block is a sequence of intermediate code having single entry and exit point. Basic block statements are executed in linear fashion. A basic block can contain a conditional or conditional go to statement, but it would be last statement of basic block. Next point, how to construct basic block. Step number 1, identify leader statement, and step number 2, construct basic block using algorithm. Now how to identify leader statement. Rule number 1, first statement would be a leader statement. Rule number 2, any statement which is target of conditional or unconditional go to would be a leader statement. Rule number 3, any statement which immediately follows a conditional go to would be a leader statement. In this way, you can identify all leader statements. After identifying leader statements, you need to construct basic block. And how to construct basic block? Start with a leader statement and include all statement that follows that leader statement up to just before next leader statement. So those combination of statement would be part of a single basic block. Okay, thank you everyone. If you have any doubt regarding basic block, leader statement, construction of basic block, you can ask me giving your comments. I will answer you timely. Okay, thank you everyone.